So welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us today. For us all shifting gears to put these workshops back online and making it available for the public. We miss those Saturday workshops. We miss you guys all coming out and joining us and seeing you all here and experiencing this. But it's been great. We are still open to the public. We have revised hours that may shift with the current times, but so call ahead if you would like to come and visit us. We have a lot going on today and around the nursery. So we're excited for this. We're excited for bringing back workshops. And today's workshop, which I'm glad you guys are able to see now that this video is working. It's amazing. It came down to the wire with this. So that's why if you see me a little excited that you guys are saying it works, I'm very happy. But yes, so today is a live workshop. And we're going to be able to do it around the entire nursery, but I think the best way to do it was that we filmed different segments and being able to condense that all and give you guys a lot more information and a lot greater experience that we will do live and present here live. So I'm going to show that video. I'm going to be here watching it with you. I will be also in the chat to answer any questions you guys have, and then we can have a Q&A at the end. And from that, I will poll questions, anything that comes up in discussion in the comment sections, and bring that back up in discussion at the end. So today's workshop is on native plants and summer vegetables. We'll also do one with winter vegetables when we get into those cooler seasons, but this is really just about vegetables in general, and the concert with them and native plants and how they work so well together in a garden. It's been a real exciting thing we've been working on. We've been wanting to do this for a while, but now's it seems like the most appropriate time, an excellent time to then bring out some vegetables that we will have available here at Tree of Life Nursery and a new extension of Casa that we call La Finca, which means the farm. You're going to hear all about it. We're going to show you the whole growing process. Many of you have been here before and bought strawberries grown by here at the nursery with this incredible soil we have here in a fields that were grown by George Kibbe of South Coast Farms, all grown organically without pesticides, anything like that. So those are also have been available and are available still if you guys would like to come and purchase them here. They literally have been picked right from the field, as you'll see, and comes right to the store here for sale. You couldn't get a lower carbon footprint and a just incredibly fresh strawberries. But we're also growing more. We're growing a ton of vegetables, and which we'll discuss in here. But we're going to walk you through today the growing process, the heart and soul that goes into these veggies, and how they work really well with native plants. How they bring the pollinators that are going to help pollinate those crops, as well as the beneficial insects that are going to help take care of the bad guys that may be causing some damage in your crop. So without further ado, let's go ahead and start the video. So again, I will be here the entire time. I'll be watching it with you guys, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and we'll do a Q&A, and I'll present those at the end. So, and I'll also be typing in the comments so you have an answer right away. Okay? This was really fun to make, so thank you guys.
Good morning, everybody. Great to see you. I do see you. Do you see me? Here I am, Mike Evans. Here's Dakota, the nursery dog. He's a good dog. And we're live from Tree of Life Nursery on a video streaming YouTube workshop during this time when we can't get together as a large group because of the coronavirus rules. You know what? The birds and the bees haven't changed a bit during the last 6, 7, 8 weeks. And that's what we're going to talk about today, because we've been up to some really cool stuff at Tree of Life Nursery, including growing vegetables in the ground with a joint venture partner of ours called George Kibbe of South Coast Farm fame here in San Juan. Those of you who are watching locally will remember him and his farm South Coast Farms, and of course Tree of Life Nursery with our fantastic line of native plants. You put vegetables and natives together in your garden and you've got a productive reciprocal relationship with your garden. So we're growing vegetables in the ground where they're for sale for you to take home and eat, especially strawberries right now. You're going to love it. And we're growing vegetable plants in containers, 4-inch pots, the best varieties selected for this climate for you to include in your native plant garden. And we're going to talk about, what did I say? The birds and the bees, pollination, and why native plants and vegetable plants in the home garden are a perfect match. So this is going to be our workshop today, and we're going to tour the nursery looking at this aspect of what we've been up to for the last 6 or 8 weeks during this lockdown period. Thanks for coming along with us. Let's have a good time walking the nursery and seeing just exactly all the projects that are underway here. Okay, Coda and I have made our way to Tree of Life Nursery back 40, more like back 20 acres. Many of you have probably never seen this part of our nursery. And I'm here with my good friend, who I've known for 25 years, but it seems like a lifetime.
It sure does.
If you know what I mean.
I
George
do.
Chivy. Those of you that are local to South Orange County do know South Coast Farms, of the famous organic grower. George Kibbe is here with us at Tree of Life Nursery now, and we're going to show you around. George, what do you got going here?
Here I have an old style shop going here. You can't farm without a shop. You have to be able to repair your equipment and do your thing. This is how I've done it all my life.
What's with the boat?
Well, everybody has a dream, right? My dream is to get that boat back in the water and go fishing again.
Okay, and what's with all the farm equipment?
This is stuff I've accumulated over the years, and most of it is actually still useful. Although it may only be once or twice a year you use it, you still need it. So here it sits.
Okay, so this is in the foreground. In the background, we've got a strawberry field that's just going off. He's got potatoes planted over yonder, corn germinating in various fields, different types of corn, and a whole green vegetable, leafies, and flowers up in that top corner. We're going to go look at the fields. Ready? Okay, so this is pretty awesome.
Nice berry.
That's a beautiful berry, and there's a whole field of them here. What's the plan?
Well, I think we're going to open up for a U-pick. Mike and I have been talking about it, Tree of Life Nursery along with ourselves, and we're looking forward to it.
Okay, you guys ready for a U-pick? You come and get your own fruit out of the field, take a few pictures for your own Instagram. Go on the Tree of Life Nursery website. There'll be a link to South Coast Farms. We'll give you the details on how we can accommodate visitors, and all with the COVID-19 rules, the sanitation, and the care that we need to take for you to come and pick your own berries. So you can buy them at the stand, you can buy them at the nursery, and in the very near future will be our first U-pick experience. You ready for that, George?
Well, we are ready.
You sure you're ready?
I'm absolutely positive. Look at these fields. They are loaded. We need the people. Our plan has always been to do a U-pick. So we need the people to come eat our fresh strawberries. Thanks.
This is a pretty awesome berry.
Oh, they're delicious. They're unbelievable. As good as it gets. I've grown strawberries for 40 years, and this is perhaps the best looking field I've ever grown. So.
You hear that?
Hey!
All right.
Thanks.
Okay, so these are ranunculus, fancy varieties. Remember, there's a native ranunculus, a buttercup that was blooming this spring right on the sides of the road here on the drive out to Ortega Highway. But this is a non-native ranunculus in 2 rows. George sold beautiful bunches throughout the spring of cut flowers. Are those sunflower up there?
Those are sunflowers, and that's our go-to summer cut flower. We have a steady supply for the summer season.
Okay, so as well as vegetables making your life better and happier, flowers do too. And of course, native plants. And we're coming around to the big message, which is putting California natives and a natural garden together with edible plants in your garden. Well, we're showing how we're doing production in the ground at Tree of Life Nursery today. What else you got growing up here?
Well, first I'd like to say that's a great idea, Mike, because the people need to know the natives provide pollinators and they provide habitat for the beneficial insects. So it's wonderful we can work together like this. What we have growing out here, standing next to some bush green beans. I have some zinnia flowers, beets, spinach, mixed lettuces, onions, chard, kale, cabbage, broccoli, cauliflowers, Romanesco, and we have peppers planted, we have eggplant planted, we have tomatoes planted, we're doing melons, the squashes. We have a real potpourri of vegetables out here.
Okay, so Mr. Farm Man,
Yes, sir.
are you coaching the propagators here at Tree of Life Nursery on the best varieties to grow in containers so that we can sell plants of these same plants to our customers?
Well, we sure are working together on
That's
that,
the
Mike.
answer.
We are sure working together on that. It's a beautiful thing. It's a perfect segue.
So we will have produce for sale, which is a great thing, but isn't there some old proverb that says, I can't remember it.
Well,
I
it
guess
goes
it
like
wasn't
this.
so famous.
Give a person a piece of fruit and he can eat for a day. Teach him how to grow it and he's set for life.
That was the one I was thinking of.
That's it.
Okay. So flowers, fruit, leafy greens, a whole salad right there, and native plants in your garden. Unbelievable experience. If you have kids, boy, will they ever have a great childhood. Okay, you've got the story on growing vegetables in the production fields. It starts with seedlings, these little tiny tomato plants with their tiny, tiny root balls come out of a tray here called a plug tray. And George sows the seed and uses these plugs in planting your fields. Is that right?
Well, that's correct. I do purchase some seeds and seedlings. These are actually purchased, but we grow a lot of these too. And Tree of Life is growing a lot of varieties now too for their own use.
So where we're headed next is up to the Tree of Life Nursery greenhouse, where we'll see vegetable plants in larger containers, the ones you can take home and put in your garden or in your raised planters, your pots, and we have a whole story to tell about getting vegetables into your hands.
Speaking of stories to tell, this is an Anaheim chili, also known as an Ortega chili. Some people think, I don't know if this is true or not, that the Ortega Highway was named before the chili, and so that's why this is now called an Ortega chili. Have you heard that story, Mike?
Not exactly, but there was a guy called Clarence Brown way back in the day.
Barefoot Brown?
That grew chilies for seed right here.
Right here on this property.
In the 50s.
On the 50s.
Yeah.
Well, I've got some chilies already planted. It's a wonderful place to grow chili peppers.
All right.
Wonderful.
All right. We're just guessing on those stories.
Right.
Okay, continuing with our tour and our focus on edibles and how they can be blended with natives in your garden. We met George Kibbe, who I told you I've known for 25 years, but it seems like a lifetime. Well, this is my business partner, Jeff Bond, who I've known for my lifetime, and it seems like only a couple of years, if you know what I mean. But we've been partners for, I'm going to say 44 years or something like that. I don't know to do the math just right now. But he's the grower, and he is the grower par excellence of California native plants and the propagator and grower heading up those departments here at Tree of Life all this time. So this idea of growing vegetables and edibles is not brand new to us. It's just perfect timing to do it instead of talk about doing it, which we have been doing, that is talking, for the last 5 or 10 years. So we saw the fields, we saw the fruit, we talked about the source and how you can get farm fresh vegetables and berries in your hands. But now let's talk about how you can get nursery fresh plants in 4-inch pots, vegetable transplants, ready to put in your raised bed, your pots, your vegetable garden, or straight into your native plant garden. And let's go to the grower himself, Jeff Bond, who will guide us around. Hi, Jeff, by the way.
Well, hi, Mike.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to see you again.
Oh, we broke all the coronavirus rules.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, that was totally wrong. Anyway, we'll work it out, okay?
Wait. I've got hand sanitizer right here.
Yeah.
And I'll,
Just don't ingest it.
okay.
We're shooting.
I guess we're okay now, right?
Okay, we're okay now.
Okay.
Take us to the greenhouse. Show us some vegetable transplants.
All right, will do. All right, so now I'm going to just say a few words about the production of the vegetables. First of all, we're really excited to be able to introduce vegetables into our whole native plant line because, you know, we've been wanting to do it a long time, and I don't know whether Mike had said that, but we've been thinking about this for a long time, and now with COVID-19, everybody staying at home, gardening is just such a great escape. And so we've always been avid gardeners ourselves, and so we're really excited to be able to offer vegetables as well. You've met George. George gave me some advice on which vegetables to select. He's been organic farming and just farming in general over a long period of time, so I really relied on his expertise to give me, you know, hey, these varieties really work well. So I'm going to go over a few of the varieties that we're going to be doing. I won't go over every one, but I'll go over those. I'm going to go over kind of the sizes that we start them in, and then I'll kind of walk you through the progression of the sowing, and then putting them into the greenhouse or shade house, and then when they're ready for you. So we start off with what I would call a soilless mix. It basically is, we've got vermiculite, we have peat moss, we have a little bit of sponge rock, and we have sand. So there's really, it's a pretty sterile starting mix. And then we go ahead and incorporate organic fertilizers into that. So right here, there's a couple of sizes. For the little teeny guys, you know, we're doing tomatoes and we're doing peppers, other plants. We sow them direct into these. You can see these are a little bit larger than these. This is a 128. These are 72s. And over there, we've got some 4-inch pots. So on the tomatoes, let me just run over a couple of things so you can get an idea of what we've been doing recently. We've been doing actually a couple of herbs as well, but we've got Brussels sprouts, we've got some peppers, a habanero, we have kind of an Anaheim jalapeno type, we've got wax, beans, we've got a lot of different tomatoes coming. We have heirloom tomatoes as well. Well, I would say the majority are all heirloom. We have, for example, we have, where are they? I guess they're back here. We have black creme, Moskvich, green zebra, striped German. We've got brandywine. We've got a few others on the tomatoes. Even have a couple of F1 hybrids. And we've got beefsteak as well. We've got tomatillos, we've got beans, some corn, sweet corn, a couple kinds of sweet corn. We've got a few kinds of watermelons, of course zucchini, summer squash, cucumbers, cantaloupe, ambrosia cantaloupe. So it's a pretty good selection. And there's more. We're kind of, we're doing our own sowing. We're also getting some plugs in and doing some transplanting of plugs as well. So we hope to have a good supply for all your needs. We're starting now, so come on in. We have a great supply starting, and that will, the diversity and numbers will be increasing as we go. Well, here we are in the greenhouse, and I just want to briefly, just show you what we do in the greenhouse. As I explained earlier, the different sizes that we sow into. Here's some germination of some squash. We've got some, actually these aren't squash, what are these? Oh, these are kale, and looks like broccoli right now. And then there's a few tomatoes back here. We have some leftover cauliflower, and it looks like a little bit of lettuce left over. Tell you what, you know, it's really getting warm right now in the greenhouse, So we're moving most of the propagation out into our seed house. So why don't we head out into the seed house, and I'll show you a little more out there. Well, hi. Now we're in the seed house, and we've just come from the greenhouse. And this is an outdoor environment that's really good for growing the vegetables. All the sunlight, the wind, the rain, everything falls on these plants naturally, so it produces a good, healthy plant. Right now, what I do is I check the nutrition, and I check how, just how far along we are in the crop. We stagger the crops so that we have a good supply of vegetables all the way up until about the first week in July. That's when you're going to make sure you want to have all your vegetables in by then. So what we're doing is, just by way of timing, just so that if you're doing it at home, you're looking at about 6 weeks to 8 weeks from sowing to the time that the vegetables are actually ready to transplant out into your garden. So right now I'm checking in on these peppers. I'm checking in on the tomatoes. Let me get an average size tomato here, and then check out the roots on that. And I'm looking at the roots, and they're nice and healthy. It's well rooted. It would hold together. The roots are nice and white and healthy. And so we're probably about a week away from these going out into the sales area. So yeah, it's looking good. Everything's progressing as we had hoped. I just wanted to briefly come out here into the area that we've set aside for vegetables. We're calling it La Finca. And I just want to show you kind of the end product so you get the idea of, look, this is the size of vegetable, this is the size pepper plant that you would get, that you would plant out. Tomatoes are nice and big, well rooted, good and healthy. I just might mention, when you go ahead and you plant them out, I don't know if retail is going to talk about any, but you're going to plant this pot into this bottom set of leaves on tomatoes. You probably know a lot about vegetable gardening, but your University of California has their cooperative extension. They have great website information on vegetable gardening if you need any more information. I just want to briefly mention, we're doing these vegetables, but the native plants really are an important part of vegetable gardening. And you say, well, why is that? Well, we can all see honeybees, and we can see how they pollinate and they move from flower to flower. They're the ones that are kind of the most noticeable. But there's other bees. There's native bees, there's beetles, there's other insects that come in and feed on these flowers, and they crawl around those flowers, and then they'll come over and they'll crawl around on your vegetables as well. So the native plants are great attracted for numerous pollinators. So I just want to emphasize the vegetables, we're really excited to do them. The native plants are really important to not only provide the pollinators, but also they're also a home for the beneficial insects that can feed on these guys the bad guys that might be feeding on your plants. But thanks for taking time to listen to this and listen to me. Just give us some feedback. Let us know how we're doing.
Thank you, Jeff. Hello, my name is Kevin Allison, and I've been the one behind the camera this time. And I wear many hats here at the nursery, but today I wanted to emphasize some of the things that Jeff was mentioning about how the native plants are an essential part of bringing in the pollinators for your garden that are going to do the pollination and also bring beneficial insects that are going to naturally do the pest management for you. So what I am standing here today is a research plot that we have in partnership with the University of California Cooperative Extension. This is research led by Annika Nabbers and Leah Korkitty. And what we're looking at is we're comparing the attractiveness of the native plants to commonly used non-native ornamentals that are used in the landscape setting. And what I mean by attractiveness is not their aesthetics or which ones look better in the garden. What we're looking at is how attractive are they to bring in pollinators. Are they attracting, which pollinators are they attracting, how many, and is there a preference for the pollinators to either the native species in comparison to the non-native ornamental plants? And the results are clear. Not only do the native pollinators, these are all the native bees, the native beetles, and all those types that are coming to the plants, they have a preference for the native species. Shocking, I know that these are probably the pollinators that have co-evolved with the native plants and not the non-native species, the non-native plants. But what's also interesting is that the European honeybee, which is a non-native species from Europe, also has a preference for the native plants as well. These are more those type of bees, the European honeybees, are what you could call more of a generalist bee. They go to many different flowers, but we're showing here in the plots that the European honeybee even prefers the native plants, which are really excellent pollinators. They go to many different flowers, including those food crops, but also the native species highly rely on the native plants. These native pollinators and non-native pollinators all prefer native plants. It's a more effective plant to put into the garden setting to bring in pollinators that are going to pollinate those food crops. These plants are also going to bring in many beneficial insects. So these are things like the Ladybird Beetles, or ladybugs, as many people know, praying mantids, stick bugs. A lot of these types of things are coming in, and they're attracted to having that a lot more biodiversity in the garden. And they're going to be the ones that are going to then eat the things like the aphids and the whiteflies and scales that are in your garden and taking care of that pest management for you. So really cool stuff here. These are preliminary results that are going to continue to see if there's any differences between years, but it's shockingly clear and crystal clear that the native plants are highly beneficial and highly effective at bringing in pollinators that are going to help produce the crops in your garden. So next up, I'm going to introduce Randy Gunder. She is an incredible horticulturalist. She's an incredible designer here at Tree of Life Nursery, and she's going to talk a little bit about some of the cultural aspects and design and community of growing a veggie garden with native plants in your yard.
Hi Kevin, thank you for introducing me. As a landscape designer here at Tree of Life Nursery, I really pride myself on this place and drawing inspiration from it. I feel like every garden has the opportunity to be super special and unique. Just like the clothes we wear, how we do our hair, it's a direct reflection of who we are as people. So what better way to reflect yourself than to not only grow native plants, but also to incorporate veggies wherever you can. At my home, I live in a pretty small little cul-de-sac area, but everyone in my local neighborhood has started growing veggies. And to be honest, it's because I started one raised veggie bed. I started growing tomatoes, which I really didn't know much about, but as time has gone on, I have learned so much about all the cool varieties, and pretty much I collect them like Pokemon cards. There's so many different colors and sizes, and I've gone into squash, and now because I'm growing plants, my neighbors are also doing it as well. And so they have their own specialty thing while I'm still sticking to tomatoes. But it's really cool because not only do native plants are they beautiful, veggies are also a huge part of my life. And as I'm out in the garden, harvesting my tomatoes, I also get to look at all the pollinators and bees, and it's really a special place to be. I feel self-sufficient. As a mom, I have 2 kids, and getting them out into the garden is like my favorite thing to do. So anybody who has kids or just wants to explore themselves, this is a great opportunity. Um, we're all kind of looking for different avenues to be spending our time, especially with this whole crazy COVID thing. And being outside is honestly the most I know, it's really the best thing that I have experienced. So I recommend it to all of you. Here at Tree of Life Nursery, we've kind of gone on this crazy adventure, but it is in the heart of Tree of Life. Growing veggies, we're on this huge, massive farm. We have George, which you met before, and we have all of this talent here, and so why not? So we are venturing out. We are designing La Finca, which is just in the works, but I invite all of you guys to come and check it out. It's going to be such a special place, a destination for your friends and family, and to see what opportunities you can even bring and inspiration you can bring into your own garden. So yeah, let me go show you La Finca. It's just the first stages, so please bear with us. Okay, so now we're over in La Finca, which actually is Spanish for farm. This is an extension of the nursery, so just through our retail is La Finca. And here joining with me is Mike Evans and of course Dakota.
The nursery dog.
The nursery dog. And as you could see, it's just a few boards and some blocks, but really this is the beginning of something huge. We have big plans for this spot.
Okay, so the people that are watching and part of our workshop today have plans for their own patios, their gardens, large or small, including native plants with vegetables. But tell us, what do you have in mind, designer Randy Gunder, here in Tree of Life Nursery's La Finca?
Yeah, so La Finca, it's this old, cool California place. We're gonna have old farm equipment, bigger trees, shade. It's gonna feel like you've stepped into a new world over here. Hopefully we'll be able to sell our veggies at a farm stand one day. It'd be really cool if we could have a coffee shop here. Pretty much anywhere where you can bring your family and have a destination for you guys to come and enjoy right here at Tree of Life.
So the whole experience is to celebrate California's wonderful culture. And of course, as you know, Tree of Life Nursery, for many years, native plants. We've not given up on native plants. But know this, there's a drive for people to become more connected not only to their gardens, but to each other. And by planting edibles and natives, you get the whole pollinator, you get everything that we've talked about in this entire workshop, but you also get a connection to your neighbors. Have you talked about that at all?
Yeah, I was talking to them earlier about how I started growing tomatoes, and now we have a whole community of people in my neighborhood growing plants. Yeah.
And these are small gardens.
Yeah, really small gardens. I think my veggie bed is 4 by 8. I've also put some plants like bigger squash and artichokes in the ground because they do get larger. But pretty much they're intertwined with my natives, and that's kind of what we want to visually show here as well. We're going to have planters and little vignettes for you guys to kind of see how that looks and feels. And hopefully you guys can pick a tomato here one day right off the vine.
So we want you to be part of this growth. When we say we're going to, those are great, hopeful statements. But we're going to do it with you, not just for you, our loyal customer base and our friends and colleagues out there, but with you. We want this participation in La Finca so that it becomes this sort of energy center that focuses on the way we relate to our outdoor space. Native plants, natural gardens, features in the garden that draw you in, and then places for the garden to give back. It's called a reciprocal relationship that we can have with our immediate space outdoors, native plants and edibles. Come to La Finca, see the very beginnings. You've seen how we grow it. You've seen how they get to this place for you to take them home, put them in your garden, and the experience just starting. Yeah.
So thanks for joining us, guys. We hope to see you soon.
All right. Hey, we want to thank you for spending the time to see this little tour of the nursery and to explore with us the new project that we have underway called La Finca, which will complement the native plants with vegetables. You've heard the whole story from start to finish, and we want to make you part of the story. You and your ideas and your participation will be part of our future. When I say our, I'm talking about the Tree of Life family. You've met Dakota the nursery dog on numerous occasions, and earlier in the video you saw Randy giving the vision for what La Finca will look like. But I'm going to turn my back. Maybe Kevin could turn the camera around so he can see himself there. That's probably really zoomed in. Kevin's been doing this all along. And there are some people here joined with us that would like to wave and say goodbye, and also have them know that when you come, we've been here for you all along, and we're going to be here for you. You be there for us, and we're going to make this happen. So we have Gloria and Rosa and Pamela and Laura and Emily and Ide and Katie and Kristen are all here. Pamela, come up here for 1 minute. Social distance. Here's a long cord. Just tell them to come and see you because you're here at Casa La Paz as the manager of the plant store.
Come and see me. If you have any questions, we'll be here to greet you as soon as you come in. And if you don't want to come in, just give us a call if you have any questions.
All right. We okay, Kev? Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great day, the rest of your Saturday. Come and visit us.
All right, so I hope you guys enjoyed that workshop today. Sorry for the first little technical difficulties. I'm learning this new program, but yeah, pay no attention to the man behind the curtain. Anyways, so thank you all for joining, and like Mike said, this has been a labor of love. A lot of heart and soul went into this project, and it's a lot more than just about growing food for and growing these plants for you guys in the yard. This is about community, and this is about we're all going through this time right now, but yeah, this is about taking the time to also, and every day, taking the time to engage in your yard, engage and grow your own food and share that food with your loved ones, your friends, your family, and everybody, and connect with all the plant pollinators and the plants themselves, and with each other. So thank you for that, and we're really excited to be a part of this with you guys. I also please share your ideas in the comments or here with us at the nursery. I'm sure many of you are also probably very experienced gardeners with tips and things on how to grow veggies, and so we would really love to hear that. And we'd also love to hear what type of food you would like us to grow for you, and things you would want, coming into the cooler seasons and for future as well. We're going to continue to do these workshops. So stay tuned for that. I think this YouTube channel is the perfect platform for it. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. And also, didn't really have too many questions, but you guys are welcome to chime in and ask those, and I will address those as they come in. The only question I did see earlier is, how did we get Jeff in front of the camera? Thanks to you, Melissa. So yes, if you guys haven't really known or met Jeff before, he's a little bit behind the scenes, but he is co-owner and business partner with Mike Evans through the last 40 years that the nursery's been here, and he is the one who is really boots on the ground, making sure these plants are grown real well and healthy, as you guys see. He's an incredible propagator and mentor for us all. But he's a little bit shy sometimes to be in the limelight. He loves to just bury his head in work, but it was awesome to see him come out, and for me filming this as well was really cool to see his passion that came through and how much he was this was a labor of love for him, and he was really happy to share this with you all. And I think he did an excellent job on camera, so he's on the hook now. We're gonna get him a lot more. um, also, if you guys noticed that transition music, that was something really, really special. And so actually, it looks like joining with us today, Bobby Cressy is the one who composed that. We asked him if he would put something together for us, but it has a lot deeper meaning. So if you guys have ever been here before for any of Bob's pollination talks, especially like the one we had a couple weeks ago, buzz pollination, which happens with bumblebees and other bees, a lot with bumblebees, pollinating plants in the Solanaceae family. So this is peppers and tomatoes and other things like that. A lot of these require a bumblebee to come in, or a bee, and use that vibration of the wing, which happens in a middle C. And so we asked Bobby if he would compose a song for this to be in middle C, which is what he did there. So hopefully the song itself will help to help pollinate those crops. Um, let's see if any other questions. Don't need it. Looks like, yeah, we don't need a coffee shop just yet because we'll bring your own food. Oh, very cool. Um, yeah, so please leave more comments and suggestions on how you would like to see that space, or what type of things you would like to see moving forward with the nursery. Um, yeah. All right. So I think we've done quite a bit of time in here. Coming up, the U pick. So I don't know if a lot of you guys have probably tasted the South Coast Farm strawberries that we've been selling here at the casa, but it's gonna happen really soon. I think even in the next week or so, we're gonna start having U pick. You guys can come and join us here in this open space, and we're making sure we can find a way to do all the social distancing and make this really safe for everyone to be able to come and pick just right off the plant itself, the freshest strawberries. And as George said earlier, this is some of the best strawberries he's ever grown in the 40 years he's been doing this. So, yeah, without further ado, I think it's time to wrap this up. Share this with your friends, you guys. I'm gonna repost this video, just the video, not my ramblings or mistakes with the restart and everything like that. But I really appreciate you guys all joining us with this experience. Like I said, it's been a labor of love, and thank you all for joining us.